Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. I am Nancy Quinn, business coach and body language trainer to interior designers, and I am here today with my associate coach and luxury interior designer, Lesley Myrick. Good morning, Lesley.
Good morning, Nancy. How is your December flying along? Anything like mine?
Well, oh my God. So you said this morning when you came on, like how fast life is going, time is going, the month is going. And yeah, I can't even believe that the holidays are here already.
It's great pants.
It's crazy. It's definitely crazy. It makes me a little anxious, to tell you the truth. And I think this is the perfect time to talk about how, I bet you hear dishes in the background, don't you?
You got a good husband over there cleaning up.
Yes, he's doing the dishes. He's so good. And we don't want to stop him, so we'll deal with a little bit of noise. Okay, so here's the thing. This is the season where most business owners, most people in general, feel a little overwhelmed. But entrepreneurs, interior designers in particular, we love our work, but we're completely burnt out at this point because it's hard to do everything. And for the most part, we're mothers, we're fathers, we're spouses, we're daughters, we're sons, right? We have a lot of responsibilities and we're interior designers. So is it even possible, which is the question we're going to talk about today, to run a business without feeling exhausted all the time? Why don't you get us started on that topic, Lesley?
Yes. End of broadcast. No, just kidding. But no, it really is. Better work-life balance is possible. We have a few tips to help you with that today, but truly it is. When you are making enough money, when you have appropriate boundaries, when you have ideal clients, this is a really great business. It's fun. But I hear you. The burnout is real. The difficult clients are real. The issues with contractors and remodels and decisions and money. It is a lot. So hopefully December for you maybe is a little bit lighter and you can actually take some time to step back from the day-to-day and work on that better work-life balance to help with your burnout.
And I'm going to take this conversation into a little bit of a different direction, only because I have followed Tony Robbins my whole life. And I saw a video yesterday, and I think I shared it on my Instagram. But it really hit home for the fact that when you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, agitated, whatever, over different situations in your life, what he always points out, and I love to share, is the fact that that same situation can be with somebody else, and they're going to respond in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Okay. So your agitation, overwhelm, whatever, annoyance over things in your life is the way you are looking at things. So if someone else can face the same situation and have a different response, it shows you that your experience with life is your own through your eyes. So to tie it back in, if you're feeling exhausted and overwhelmed and you want a better work-life balance, one of the first things you want to do is readjust the way you're looking at things to realize that you have more control over, I'm exhausted, I'm not, and start setting boundaries with your pricing, with the days you work, with the hours you work, with the methods you use to communicate with your clients. All of this ties into your better work-life balance. Does that make sense?
100%. Yes. Right. And I love that perspective, Nancy, because life is, and forgive me, I forget who this quote comes from. It's probably from a lot of personal development people, but like life is really 90% how you react to the 10% that really happens to you.
All right, say that again, because that is extremely.
I said it backwards. I'm gonna try to say it better now. Okay. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. And yes, there might be an initial instinctive reaction that is beyond your control, but as soon as you can change how you are feeling about it. I'm not discounting burnout and saying, no, I'm not burnt out. I'm fine. Right. That's not what this is. But truly, you can look at it and say, you know what?
I went on my Instagram to look to see if it was running because it looked like it wasn't running live, and it is.
So fun.
I know, tech is crazy, but yes. So if you have a client that says a sentence to you, you might take that as an insult and go for 2 days complaining about how that client treated you, right? Another designer has that same sentence said to them, and they absorb it, they respond to it, they communicate through it, and they let it go, and they don't dwell for 2 days to 2 years on it, right? This is huge when it comes to your mindset and your work-life balance, because your brain is occupying so much overwhelm, agitation all the time, that life is going to feel more overwhelming. So I know we didn't have this as one of our tips, but I think it's really important to share that the way you look at life, your temperament, what triggers you is all part of whether you're going to continue to love your work and feel burnt out or not.
Yeah.
Right? So let's talk about pricing yourself right, because you could definitely be viewing yourself. And I met with someone yesterday that kept saying, but is it fair to the client? Is it fair to the client? Is it fair to the client? And I'm like, can we talk about whether it's fair to you to work so hard as a designer and not get the right amount of money to run your business in a way that feeds your life and gives you work-life balance so that you don't feel completely burnt out? How is it fair to you if you're not pricing yourself right and having less clients, more money, and serving them at the highest level because you have enough time to do it?
Is it fair to customers that Mercedes charges $120,000 for a car and Honda charges $30,000?
Exactly.
The car, it gets you there. It's
Exactly.
not about what your service, it's your whole brand experience, the transformation you're leading clients through, all of that. So fair, I don't think is a helpful way to look at it, but pricing yourself right is so important, because often burnout comes from overworking because you were trying so hard to make money. You're trying to get those hours and you're trying to meet the deadline so you can get more clients in the door, and you're exhausted. And pricing is often the number one solution to this, because if you are charging appropriately, if you are going from Honda, no shade to Honda, up to Mercedes level service and business and offerings and experiences and transformations, you only need 4 or 5 clients a year. You don't need 20, 30 clients a year. And that's a complete shift in your energy, your mindset, your deliverables. Fewer clients, more money. That's what we always teach.
And it's exemplary service, right? Yes. So less clients, more money, exemplary service. That's the formula that works to keep an interior designer feeling enthused about their business, giving their clients exemplary service, having all their standard operating procedures in order so that they understand what they're supposed to do and when, and deliver it to the client in a way that is smooth. Can you imagine smooth, right? This is what we want for everybody.
Yeah.
So yes, it's possible to have work-life balance. Pricing yourself properly is definitely number one to do that. And taking advantage of all the ways designers can make money. So do you want to go through the ways they can make money?
Yes. In general, there are 5 different ways revenue can come into your business as a designer. And I would say most designers I talk to are not utilizing all of them. So first one, your paid in-home consultation. That should be the starting point for every project.
Yes.
2 is your design fee, your flat design fee. Number 3 is your procurement and implementation fee. Yes, you can get paid for your time to order products, to coordinate contractor site visits. Your margin on product is not your service fee. Number 4, it's possible. Number 4 and 5 are kind of optional, but number 4 is if you are working with a vendor, a contractor, and they have put a margin on their services for you, you can get a commission from furniture, decor, trades, vendors, all that stuff. I'm missing one.
No, I think you just numbered them wrong. You did them all. So paid in-home, it's a paid in-home consult, design fee, project management, or procurement. Some people call it oversight fee. You can call it different things, but it means you are in the process of ordering, tracking, delivering, checking for damages, reordering things that are out of stock. That's the stage. You should be charging for that hourly. And then margin on furnishings, and then what you possibly can get as an additional margin on industry partners. So This is the 5 ways money can come into your business. I'm not talking about your service models. I'm just talking about the different ways designers can bring in business. Not everyone's utilizing all these methods. Like you said, the last one is the one that's sort of optional, in the sense that if you're in a state where you cannot mock up industry partners, you have to be careful of that. And sometimes I just literally tell people, just don't do it. It can get complicated unless you have a really great relationship with your industry partners. And it's something that we can establish that's smooth and doesn't cost you agitation, aggravation, or extra tracking.
Well, and if you're doing those first 4, you're going to be just fine. And most people are not. Often they are skipping the consultation fee and the procurement fee. Most designers charge for design time. That seems like a no-brainer, but that sometimes is the only revenue coming in. They're not appropriately marking up or having a margin on products. They're not charging for consultation. And guess what? That stuff is going to run you ragged when you are working for free, trying to hustle because you need another job because this job isn't paying you enough. And it's a cycle you get stuck in.
I got to tell you, I'm always still a little shocked when I get designers on only because it's been so many years I've been coaching. And when I first came into coaching, it was definitely the party line was the margin on the furnishings is what covers you for your ordering, tracking, delivery, all your procurement, right? And when I came into the industry, it wasn't just me teaching no, but I started teaching it like the other coaches, like, no, your margin on your furnishings is for your years of knowledge of understanding the companies, what the latest and greatest color of the year is, the styles that are coming out, all the different changes, keeping up with your reps, keeping up with your sample library and all these things. This is what your margin on furnishings is for. So you still need to make money for when you or your assistants are sitting at the computer and ordering, tracking, delivery, doing things that the client would have to do if you didn't exist as their service provider. That's how I distinguish it, everybody. If you're doing it to run your business, like billing them, putting them into design files, My Domer, Programmer, whatever you're putting your stuff into, that's your cost of doing business. You're not billing the client for that. But anything you're doing that the client would have to do if you didn't exist is billable to the client in that section of project management. A lot of people are still not doing that. And it makes me a little nuts, I have to tell you.
Yeah. And it makes the rest of us look bad. I mean, if we all do this, it becomes the new normal. And going back to the car analogy, when you go to get your car fixed and you need new tires, they charge you for the tires. I guarantee you they're making money on those tires and they charge you to install them. It's just like you making a margin on the furniture you're selling and getting a fee for your time to coordinate procurement.
Yes. And here's the thing. This is not new information. I know everyone's heard me say it before, those who are listening. The problem is not that you don't know what to do. The problem is that you have to fight the fear and actually do it. And how do you fight fear? You fight fear by taking action, learning the words that you need to communicate what you know is the right way of doing it, that you feel good about it. If I and you can convince people, designers, that that is the proper way to charge and that they really then dig into it and believe it, like this is right, this is what I should be doing, this is how I should be charging, it's a lot easier to deliver it to a potential new client. So tell everyone how you get confident in delivering the right price and making the right amount of profit in your business to live your life the way you want to. Tell everyone.
You join Profit Insiders Academy and you have Nancy teach you all the things. But truly, confidence does not, you don't get confident and then take action. You take action and become confident. Yes. So we can teach you what to say, how to say it. And you just got to pull up those big girl pants and say the numbers and wait for the, okay, that sounds good from the clients. And we hear it all the time.
That's what I was just about to say.
They said yes. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like you offer a great service and this is your value. Like lean in, man. I think it's amazing to see when people step into that. Will you get some pushback from some clients? Yes, that is okay. They are not a fit for that service, for that level of service, whatever it might be. Bless and release. Maybe there's another way you can serve them. But those dreamy, ideal clients, those jobs that are going to suit you, how you like to work, what you love to do, they're the right personality fit. They're going to pay what you are worth. And it's a matter of doing it scared, saying the number. And when they say yes, it's like that little boost of confidence. You're like, I can actually do this.
Definitely. And I always say confidence is a brand that sells.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get confident? You get confident by learning what you need to learn to know what you're doing is the right thing. Once you know what you're doing is the right thing, let everybody no, it is. Because you're going to know, right? So you're right. We get every single day, our Profit Insider Academy students are going, oh my God, the Desire Sales Formula works. I got 2 new in-home consultations this week. Yeah, it works. And then when I was in the home and I was a good listener and I was able to figure out which service model and I was able to use these words in my presentation, it worked, right? So this is what we teach in the Academy. If you are still struggling as an interior designer, please don't let it go into 2026 without some help. It doesn't have to be us, but I have to tell you, our program is really great. It's solid. It incorporates one-on-one group lessons that you can learn on the back, your pricing model, the key comes with it, everything you need to run a business, all our recommendations as to who to use for what and when, and for your personal business, not just in general what people should be doing. We actually give each interior designer in our program personalized attention because they actually get access to us on our phones too. Tell everyone about the business helpline.
Yes, I love the business helpline. Designers can message us 24/7. I'm not listening 24/7 because I have boundaries and I'm not burnt out, but we will respond to you almost in real time, same day. You're not waiting for the next group call or one-on-one call to get your answers. You can pick up your phone and leave us a voice memo, and get unstuck now. And that's a huge benefit that I haven't seen in other coaching programs. I wish I had it when I coached with you back in the day, Nancy. I'm so glad this was an evolution that you have embraced, because I think it's an amazing benefit. And we say it to the Profit Insiders designers in the groups at the end of every call. Those who use the business helpline will get the best results. And we see that in reality. When you don't stay stuck, when you reach out for support, when you are feeling down and don't know what to do next, when you've had a difficult client conversation, when you need someone to give you a little cheerleading before a big proposal meeting, that is what the business helpline is here for.
Absolutely. And it really does matter. And accountability is also what people like. Your mindset, how you look at situations, how you respond to situations is important. And having that real-time help, like I'm getting ready to go into a consultation in the next 3 hours. If you happen to hear this message, could you give me a little pep talk? I give them a pep talk. They come out of it and they go, oh my God, I nailed it. I nailed it because they said yes. They signed my proposal. Because having someone in the background to say you're doing it right. Mm-hmm. Don't let anyone put baby in the corner, right? You're doing it right. Once you learn how to do it right, now it's just practicing and getting it to be perfect for your voice and to attract your ideal client. It's all an ecosystem that we teach you how to do. So if you're struggling, please consider hitting the link, getting on my calendar. We're going to chat for 15 minutes and see if the Academy, Profit Insiders Academy for Interior Designers, small group coaching program is for you. Okay. If it's not for you, I'm going to tell you, because if you're not ready to do the work and bring your business to another level to where you're really happy with it and your work-life balance, no longer overwhelmed all the time, that's the key. That's the key. And that's what we help you do. Okay. All right, everyone. So happy holiday season. We will be back next week. We have another week or two until we take a week break on our Profitable Interior Designer broadcasts. But I love these broadcasts because they're solid tips on how you can bring your business to the next level. So if you're wanting to go back and watch more of these, go over to my YouTube channel and they're all there. They're in playlists where you can learn in your way. Okay. All right. We'll see you next time, Lesley. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.